Welcome to The Longlist, a podcast that celebrates movies and other pop culture through the storied art of rankings. There are no wrong answers, there are no bad opinions, and hot takes are always encouraged. I'm Josh Muller. Today I'm with my brother Jack Muller as always, and our good friend Adam Murray is joining us for this episode, which is about movies that take place all in one day.
What's up, Adam?
Adam, how we doing?
Yo, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, man. Anytime, really. Movies that take place all in one day.
Yeah, this was your idea, Adam. This is one of the first ideas you pitched to us.
Yeah, I think it's one of those interesting kind of like tropes or themes that comes out in movies in general, where they can kind of like be a subcategory, right? It's not like a big category like action or thriller or anything, but it's like more of a form.
Yeah.
So it can kind of take it fit in a lot of different genres.
I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like that's the best aspect of these movies is that they could be any genre and go any direction, as we have seen looking down the lists of all the movies that qualify.
Yeah, it's just a wide variety of movies.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's just something cool about something taking place in like a contained period of time.
Yeah.
That I don't really know why this is the case for me, but like I kind of vault those up a little bit more. Like, oh, that's cool that they were able to accomplish this. I don't know why, but that's just for me.
I feel like there's like kind of like two different. Were you gonna say this?
I was going to say this.
All right, I want to hear what you have to say first.
Okay. I was going to say there are films where the plot just happens to take place in one day. Like it's a brief amount of time.
Sure.
And then there are films like Dazed and Confused or something like that it's part of the point of the movie is you're seeing an entire
It's just like a vibe.
important day.
Yeah.
First day of summer. American Graffiti's last day of summer.
Right.
I would say I think the same thing. The way I categorize in my brain is like a slice of life of a normal day, or like the craziest day that people are gonna live in their lives.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think
That's a good
that
thing.
in general they kind of fall into those two categories. At least the ones I picked.
100%.
Yeah.
But we'll get into it, I'm sure.
We certainly will. So I guess this kind of maybe that just answered my first and really only question on the preamble. But why are you drawn to these movies?
I think for me personally, they're really. It's nice to have them so contained. They're like, it's like a bottle episode of a sitcom. Where you just have typically like a space and a time. I mean, definitely a time, but often also just a space. They kind of like feel like one acts a little bit. They feel like they could be plays.
And often are.
Yeah, true.
Maybe not often, but I feel like
you also kind of see like a lot of them can be like coming of age movies. So you see them like early in directors' careers as they're like figuring out what kind of stories they want to tell, which I think is interesting. I don't know. There's a lot to love about them. What do you guys like?
I think
Go ahead, Jack.
I think there's something super I think this is what you're touching on. Something super relatable, where it's like we've all had the craziest day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it feels like a movie, not to be
Two on the nose.
Yeah. But yeah. Especially like the high school drama ones or things like that. Slice of life ones. You're like, oh yeah, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that like, I don't know, for me, a lot of the things that happen in these movies, like especially the high school drama or the comedies or whatever, probably not all of the crazy action movies. That doesn't apply to this, but like a lot of those same things will happen to us in the course of a summer or a high school experience or whatever, and they're just like comprising it all into one day just for the sake of drama and ridiculous and whatever. But it works, and it's just like, oh yeah, we've been there and we've had something similar to this. I mean, even if it's not exactly the situation that we're seeing on screen, we can all relate to these crazy things happening.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's happening all in one day just makes it all the more fun, I think.
Definitely.
Agreed. Nice.
And when you're in high school, it's like you get off school on a Friday. You've had a whole school day where things have happened. You've seen a billion people. And then there's a party that night. You're going to go over to your friend's house, hang out with your friends before the party. Then you're going to go to the party.
Yeah.
Then you're going to sleep over to a friend's house.
Yeah.
It's like there's definitely going to be some funny instance in every part of that or something.
Yeah. Something ridiculous always seems to happen.
Yeah.
And those are like natural beats that you see across like all these movies too, or a lot of the same ones, right?
Yeah.
It's formulaic in a lot of ways too.
Yeah. All right. So We're going to get started pretty quick here. For the structure of this episode, we're going back to the format of we each brought 5 movies to the table. We're going to talk about those 5 movies a little bit more rather than doing a bunch of ranked lists. And we all know the key thing is rather than some episodes where we don't know the other person's list, we all know each other's list. So we have there's not going to be any surprises for anybody in the room.
Right. And we did that so that we all have different movies. So
no repeats.
This isn't like for me, it's not necessarily even close to probably my top 5 favorite all-in-one-day movies.
Yeah.
But I love them all.
I would say amongst these 15 movies, it gets pretty close.
Oh, that's more what I'm saying.
But we each want to talk about 5 movies, and so we decided ahead of time what everybody's going to bring. Shall we get right into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, you're our guest. What's your number 5 all-in-one-day movie?
All right, I'll get it started. The first one I've got today for my number 5 is Friday. This is
Hell yeah.
a classic for me and for many folks I know. It's a good LA movie. It's very true to form for a movie in a day. So it follows Ice Cube mostly and his friend Smokey, Chris Tucker, who is his best friend. And it starts when Ice Cube wakes up and it ends when he goes to sleep. And it's basically following him as the day after he loses his job on his day off. And he's trying to figure out how to move through the world. Basically, they deal with a bully. They deal with drug dealers. They deal with random instances in South Central. And it's very like light and, there's like some, intense moments.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy.
It's played
Yeah,
up
it's definitely
mostly.
a comedy.
It's definitely a comedy. It's hilarious.
It's super funny. Chris
But
Tucker,
as a good comedy should be, it has those moments.
It takes some turns.
as it should.
Yeah, and it was like written in kind of direct response to like a lot of the hood movies that came out right before it, which were presenting, Don't Be a Menace,
Boys in the Hood, presenting like, some very real moments in South Central. Yeah.
But also kind of single noted. And,
Yeah.
a lot of this came from Ice Cube writing from his own experiences. And he wanted to show kind of like, what are some of the lighter stuff that happens? Like,
Did he write it?
he put the story together along with, was DJ Quick? No, DJ Pooh. So yeah, Ice Cube and DJ Pooh, who plays like the postman who gets his chain snatched.
Yeah.
They wrote it together. Very intentionally trying to be like, look, there's some like lighter side to this stuff too. Like we can portray what life is like out here without it being like a huge like morality tale.
Like big heavy dramas, those other movies.
Totally. And they're great films. They're really
definitely.
good. But I think that they saw like a void basically in like the way things were being told, and they wanted to fill that.
And it was like a thing.
Sure.
When this movie came out, it like took over the, movie world for a certain age group for a while.
And then they just put it on cable like every week.
Yeah.
All the time, which was great.
I've always said Speed might be my first rated R movie. There's a chance that Friday was, because I saw this way too young for the first time with Sam and Pete Fredottovich, who have got a couple random shout outs on this podcast before. But we used to watch a lot of movies as kids, and they were older than me, and so I definitely saw this, and I didn't get 80% of the jokes, and I was like, in real time, I was like, I should not be watching this movie.
Yeah, you're just laughing at Chris Tucker and his antics.
Yeah. But it's a great movie. I love when he lights up like 4 joints in his mouth at one time or something, or whatever it is.
There's some ridiculous smoking segments of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like kind of got like a stoner movie vibe, but it's definitely more like Day in a Life. It's very much kind of like what I was alluding to earlier. It's Ice Cube like writing his kind of first story, and it's very true to his experience, obviously told through like kind of a wacky lens. But it's like led to like so many, things that are still so prevalent in pop culture. Bye Felicia is from this movie.
Yeah.
All of Debo's bits.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's like, that's my
iconic.
bike. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows Debo. Like there's some like archetypal characters that come out.
And
Well, that's what I was going to say next, is that it's just littered with like really colorful, well drawn out, funny characters.
Yep.
That, even if you're not part of that world, you can relate to the fact that all your relatives and all your friends are weird and quirky. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. No, it's super relatable.
I think it would be Mount Rushmore for true to form, wake up and go to sleep day in the life.
Yes. No, it wakes
Like
up like
one
he
day.
smacks his
Yeah.
alarm clock, and it
Right.
goes to bed as it flashes to midnight.
Yeah.
And he goes to sleep, and it's like as on the nose as you can be.
Yeah.
But it works.
It's a great movie.
And I just rewatched this last week. It holds up really well. Part of what I thought was interesting is like, and I mean this with love, it's a little boring in the middle, just like a day of sitting at home on your porch would be. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I haven't seen it that recently, and I was thinking I don't really remember like what happens in the middle. Essentially,
there's like all these weird little subplots that you don't really get too much of, but they're fun. It adds color.
Yeah.
And it just really feels like you're hanging out, which I appreciate. So whether that was intentional or not, I don't know. I thought that was a nice little touch. But yeah,
Yeah.
Friday.
Good call, man. Friday's great.
good selection.
Jack, what's your number 5 movie?
My number 5 movie is The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
1974, directed by Joseph Sargent, starring Walter Matthau, Robert Shaw, Martin Balsam, Hector Elizondo,
Yeah.
my guy from Princess Diaries.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't-
Pretty Woman.
Yeah, and they're wearing, like, the bad guys are wearing disguises for like 85% of this movie, and I just didn't realize that it was that guy until he took off all his disguises. I was like, oh,
There we go. There he is.
He's so young.
I watched this movie for the first time. Bad job by me. When you selected it, and I clocked him right away because that's
nice.
like my wife's guy is Hector Oliver. He's like
Yeah, same with
He's also
ours.
in. So he's in that. He's in Pretty Woman, and he's also in Tortilla Soup, which are like 3 of her favorite
yeah.
movies. And so this is like her guy, and it was like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good.
And Jerry Stiller's also in it, and he's great.
Yeah.
It is, a suspense thriller process film about 4 guys who take over a subway train in New York City and hold it ransom, essentially. And then you get the transit authority side of things, which is kind of the more process film part of it, of them trying to figure out what to do. And
How do we handle this hostage situation?
Yeah,
How do we
and
get the money together?
they had to get together $1 million, and this is 1974, so that's a lot of money in cash. And it's also in New York City in 1974, so it's not like they have a lot of cash in those times, I don't think.
Right.
For transit authority things, I don't know. But kind of the more interesting part of it is that you don't really know why they're doing it, and also both why they're doing it, like, morally,
You mean the kidnapper?
the hostage people, and also like the whole time the people are like, why do these guys think taking over a train where they're stuck in a tunnel where we know exactly where they are is a good idea? Like, what's their plan? Because
Yeah.
we can just go in and get them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, that's kind of like the mystery behind of what you're trying to figure out, and at the same time it's super like riveting, and the guys taking over the train are pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah.
And they say really gnarly things, like definitely throw around some slurs, and
Oh yeah.
which is kind of gnarly.
It's definitely
1974
1970s movie.
Yeah, there's some
There's
outdated
also
moments.
like Matthau is I guess they at some point. Well, I don't know how much.
It's not
we want to
even
spoil it.
only,
but, well, I guess it's from '74. But like Matthau.
No, and it's not a big. It seems like it's going to be a big part, and it's not that big of a part.
You're talking about the thing I'm about to
Yes.
say? Yeah. So at some point they figure out that there's a undercover police officer amongst the hostages, and they keep being like, "Oh, when's that guy gonna do something?" And then they mention several times that like, "Oh,
It could be a woman.
It could be a woman, and
Hope
then we're
it's not,
screwed
though.
or something."
Yeah, and then
Like-
we're going
like-
to be screwed.
And then
it's a woman
like,
cop.
so many times that I was like, "Oh, well, it's clearly going to be a woman." And it wasn't. And so it's just like 1970s viewpoint of women cops.
Yeah.
Just like
It's-
getting beat over the head with it. I was like,
It's
calm down a little bit, guys.
it's a really, really good New York City film,
Very
and
much so.
one of the most like seemingly accurate parts is that just everybody's like pissed the whole time that they're dealing with this.
Yeah.
like,
like
nobody.
inconvenient.
Yeah, it's inconvenient, and everybody's having a bad day, and everybody's talking shit about everybody. It's
Well,
like,
one of the funny things I don't know about funny, but one of the things I thought was interesting is like Walter Matthau's clearly dealing with the hostage situation in the base of operations for the transit station. And, sometimes he like asks for quiet so that he can talk to the criminals
Right.
who he's negotiating with. And the other guys are like, "Hey, I'm trying to run a train here.
Yeah, the
I
other
gotta
guys
get
are
these
trying to
trains
still-
moving." It's like, dude, like, we got 20 people on a train that might be killed.
Read
Right.
the room.
Yeah.
Let's have
But
some
also
priorities.
maybe more accurate. It's like
Yeah,
there
maybe.
are thousands of trains out there right now.
Yeah.
So we
New
got
York City marches on. We got to keep these trains moving.
exactly.
Interesting.
So that was pretty interesting.
There's a lot of good shots like on the street level of like crowds gathering because they know that police activity is happening, which feels really realistic. It's like clearly, obviously, 100% shot in New York City, which
Yeah.
is great.
Our guy Robert Shaw is cooking.
Yes, Robert Shaw is a great villain, almost like kind of like cooking more than anybody else and on like a different level of like, is he in the same movie? But also at times the movie does tonally have conflicting things going on. It feels a little lighthearted and then it's like pretty gnarly. Has a ending scene, which I won't spoil, that is pretty unlike any ending scene that I've ever seen.
We got to spoil one part of it.
Which
The part that okay. Well,
in the very last scene?
yeah. The very last shot
Yes.
is just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like, what movie did we just watch?
Yeah.
It's
well,
basically
it's
basically Walter Matthau doing a I don't even know what you call this, head tilt, like knowing look at one of the bad guys.
Like
and
he
then
finally,
it freeze frames.
yeah, freeze
Like,
frames.
yeah,
It's a very silly final look, especially coming from Walter Matthau, who is most known for being a comedy actor.
right. And in this whole movie, he's not doing much comedy
No.
other than being like, he's snappy.
Yeah.
He has some like little good lines of dialogue, but he's
But that
pretty-
look he gives at the end,
is
like
the most
I gotcha.
Walter Matthau thing. It's like straight out of The Odd Couple. It's crazy.
I can't believe we finished this super gnarly crime thriller with that.
You got to
that
end on a light note.
Sitcom look that he gives him.
One other funny part is Walter Matthau the train stopped for a while, and then it starts moving for the first time in a long time, and somebody calls him and is like, the train's moving, and he immediately calls somebody else and he's like, she's moving, and then they go, who's moving? He goes, the train. What are you talking about? Like the thing that we've been talking about this whole time. And then he immediately calls another cop and he's like, she's moving. He goes, who's moving? And he's like, wait, what? I had the line written down actually. He says, what's wrong with everybody? How many hijacked cars do you think we have today? This is a good one. There's a bunch of that sort of stuff. Good movie.
Adam's favorite.
Never seen it.
Well, yeah, this whole time I just started talking to you in a way that's like, you should
Explaining
watch
it really
this
well.
movie.
Yeah, not the 2009 remake though.
Correct, which I actually haven't seen, but like while I was
Neither do I,
watching
but I
this
have it on
movie,
Blu-ray.
I was like, wow, this is ripe for the remaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, especially the process part of it, I think they could have even done more with, because they have like, electronic little lights up on the wall of like where the train is moving and a whole map of everything, that they're looking at. And I was like, oh, I could do a whole movie where we're just doing this.
Sick.
I hear the remake's not as good, but still fun.
Really?
And it's by our guy Tony Scott.
Oh.
So I definitely
My guess is that it doesn't have it's not riddled with 1974
chauvinistic
un-PC things.
yeah. Well, let's hope not.
Um,
I'll confirm by the next podcast.
Also, a fun little note. This is where Quentin Tarantino stole the idea to do Mr. Green, Mr. Blue,
Oh yeah.
and Mr. Whatever
Mr.
for
White.
that, because that's what all the criminals refer to each other as,
Yeah.
which might come up again.
Oh.
Oh,
Interesting.
Ooh.
Little teaser for later.
Intrigue.
Josh?
My number 5 movie is Dog Day Afternoon, the 1975 classic by Sidney Lumet, which, by the way, the Oscars for 1975, the best pictures were Dog Day Afternoon, Jaws, Barry Lyndon, I'm forgetting one, and the winner was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Oh, and Nashville. So
Wow.
pretty good year.
5 solid movies.
Pretty good year. This movie's awesome. It's Al Pacino's character. I can't remember the name. Al Pacino's character and John Cazale's character. Sonny and Sal break into a bank with the intent of robbing it and taking the people hostage so that they can get money for what you later find out is a sex change operation for Al Pacino's partner. So actually, like kind of a forward-thinking plot point in 1975.
Yeah, they
Again,
didn't have a lot
New
of
York.
that in 1970.
No, they did not. Again, very, very different from the politics of taking Pelham 1, 2, 3. But again, set in New York. New York really feels like a character in this movie. It's a really good. How do I say this? It's a really good example of sort of mounting tension by what the characters are feeling as the weight of the situation sort of rises upon them. And the Al Pacino and Al Pacino and John Cazale, more so Al Pacino, are like not equipped to be doing what they're doing.
Right. It's like everything is going wrong sort of movie.
It keeps mounting.
Which is why it's called Dog Day Afternoon, right? Because they're having a Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon, I thought refers to like heat in the middle of summer, especially like in New York.
Well, that's a big part of the movie too.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Because it's really hot inside the bank.
There you go.
And way to go, Adam. Good job. And it's really good. You get a lot of different interactions and sort of character development for all the people inside the bank. The story and why they're doing this unfolds over time. It's just a really masterclass work of acting and simple directing by my guy, Sidney Lumet, who does not do a lot of flashy stuff, just kind of has a good story and lets his actors take care. That also might come up later in our episode about how he just lets the actors really just take over the story and doesn't really try to over direct anything or put his like stamp on it. He just trusts his actors, trusts the stories, trusts the script, and it's a wonderful movie.
Did they improvise like pieces or like have any liberties to kind of adjust on the fly?
I don't really know that. I probably should have looked up that a little bit. My guess is that when Al Pacino gets cooking, you kind of just let him go.
Let him go, yeah, for sure.
But so far as I know, that's not a huge part of the movie. But it's a wonderful movie. Has a great set piece at the end, and it's a really like you feel for the. I mean, obviously they're doing a really terrible crime by breaking into a bank and taking people hostage, but you really feel for their point of view by the end of the movie, and it's a heavy situation
at the end.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Excellent third act.
All right, why don't we take a quick break, and then we'll jump back in and we'll do a few more movies. All right, we're back doing all-in-one-day movies. Adam, what's your number 4 movie?
All right, let's go. Number 4, I've got an all-in-one-day classic, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes. This is like maybe the all-in-one-day classic.
You think so?
I think it would be Mount Rushmore with Friday. Maybe we can establish that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
I think
I would nominate this.
I think like if you just ask people, this is like a super popular movie.
Yeah.
People know it's supposed to be all in one day.
Right. It's super top of mind for people in that sense.
Yeah. So I think this is one of the examples.
This one is, so earlier I talked about how like often these movies fall into the camp of like a very normal day or like the craziest day you've ever had. And I think this is the movie that kind of is the exception to the rule because it's both, right?
Toes that line.
It's like you're having a day that would be the craziest day for anyone else in the world, but for Ferris Bueller, it is a normal day.
Very well put.
And I think that's fun. So if you haven't seen
and
the
crazy
movie,
in a good way too. Like most of the things happening are like the
he's
best
living
thing
life.
ever. Yeah,
it's fun and like you can watch this movie with kids too because it's relatively like family friendly.
Oh yeah, we were watching this.
I watched this pretty young.
Yeah,
like maybe 8 or 10 or I don't know. But if you haven't seen it, it's basically this guy, Ferris Bueller. He's like a smooth talker. He's in high school, and he calls out sick for the umpteenth time this year.
9 times?
Is it only 9, really?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it meant like 9 times in the last month or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's referring to, but that's the line. 9 times.
He's always out. And the principal starts to figure out that he's faking sick, and he's got everyone fooled. They're passing around a cup to collect for him at school to save him, save Ferris, popular ska band. That's where that came from.
Yeah.
And then he goes on a crazy adventure. And it's a very Chicago movie. They go do a bunch of Chicago stuff. They go to a Cubs game. They go eat at a steakhouse that I'm assuming is probably famous out there.
They go to the art museum.
They go to the art gallery. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they go to the
top of Sears Tower.
Sears Tower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do like a whole. It's like a Chicago propaganda film, and it's really effective. It makes it look fun to be there.
Yeah.
He like ends up leading a parade.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's insanity. Like none of it would.
We should do top 5 Chicago movies.
I'm down.
For sure.
It would
Sorry
be
to
on
interrupt.
No,
it would
you're
definitely
good.
be on there.
Yeah, it's on the Mount Rushmore too. It's got a lot of Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
John Hughes Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got like speaking of Hughes, it's got that kind of like warmth and like spirit of youth that he brings to his films.
Yeah, nostalgia too. He's got that. That permeates through his movies.
Matthew Broderick, of course, is fantastic.
Fantastic.
I don't know anyone else who could do this role. He breaks the fourth wall constantly, and it works.
Yeah, and it works.
And yeah, it's a great piece, a great film. It holds up pretty well. I don't know. You guys have both seen it. It sounds like you grew up with it.
Life
Definitely.
moves pretty fast.
Wow.
If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
From the Dome.
Great line. What?
From the
from the
Dome?
dome. Oh yeah, man, that's burned into my brain. It used to be
Yeah.
one of my
It was
very
one of
very
your-
favorite movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anymore, but it's still great. I love it.
And Cameron is just the best side character. I mean,
Yes. I can't remember the exact theory, but I read some internet theories that Ferris is an imagination in his head, and this is all a fever dream as he's laying in bed sick, and that's fun that you can start. It's kind of like the Pixar theory thing. It's
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be there, but you
no,
can start
but you
thinking
could
about
definitely
it if
do
you
it.
want.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
my Cameron go.
My favorite line, thinking back, is when Ferris pretends to be Sloane's dad to pick her up.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, your grandfather's died. I need to take you out of school." And then he's wearing a little disguise, and he gives her a big open mouth kiss. Right, he picks her up, and the principal goes, "Oh, that's how it is in their family."
Yeah. That principal, by the way, the real actor, got busted.
Yeah, he's done some very bad
shady things that we don't really want to talk about on the podcast. Look it up if you
No,
want
don't
to
look
know.
it up. Just know
Well,
it's
yeah,
super canceled.
Be careful when you look it up.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so not good by him.
But he's
Bad
the villain
job.
in the movie, so it works.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. But yeah, it's a great film. I love it. I think part of why it's fun is like I said, you can watch it when you're younger, so it's one of those movies that dad can show his kids and be like, "Oh, this is fun. We're all having a good time together."
I've shown the kids half of it. I forget why we didn't finish it. I think we had to go somewhere. I was like, let's just throw this on because I don't know if it's gonna land. I don't know if they're too young for it. And they were all about it, and we never finished it. And they were
sure.
a couple times they were like, "Hey, can we finish Ferris Bueller?" And I was like, "Yes, but we have to go right now." So and then it's just we've never done it. So one of these nights I'm gonna pick it for my movie night because they were into it, and I was sick.
Do it and
This
then
is
give us
awesome.
a follow up on the pod.
Sounds great.
Tell us how they liked it.
It's also is this what high school's like?
Yeah,
When
right.
you're watching it.
Can you
I
just leave
do
whenever
this?
you want and go to a Cubs game?
If you're Ferris Bueller, yes.
Yes.
And to that point, it does feel in a crazy way, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of realistic.
It makes the impossible feel slightly possible.
Yeah.
The way they explain it is fun. There is no way you can do all that crap in one day.
No,
Yeah.
but I more mean
In terms of logistically driving there and parking and
Yeah. A baseball game is an all-day event for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're just
we don't
going
know-
for 2
we don't know
innings.
if they stay for the whole game.
Well, you pay for the ticket, man. Just got to see who
Got other
wins.
stuff to do.
I'm sure
There's
they
a
got it for
parade.
free.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm sure they got in for free.
I was
Well,
literally
maybe.
just thinking, was that an aspect?
But
of
then a
it?
museum and then the parade. Come on, man. It's it's 11 p.m. by now. So, and then he gets home in time for dinner. I don't know. I don't buy it.
Yeah,
It
but-
can't happen.
Yeah.
No.
I could see it.
No.
Okay, so you're in camp. It's all a fever dream of Cameron then.
No. I mean, it's movie magic. Who cares? It's just fun.
Well, also school
But,
happens early, so all the first events of before, all that stuff at the beginning.
I don't remember the
probably
sequence of events though. But then they're no. There's no way you can get all that stuff done in one day.
I don't know. We might have to try it.
Okay, let's go to Chicago. I'm down.
We'll do a
Long
Ferris
list road
Bueller.
trip.
Yeah, we'll all call our significant others. We're gonna be gone for a
We're
while.
doing a thing.
They can go. They can come along.
We're doing a thing.
They can all be Sloan.
Yeah.
So that's how it is in their family.
Ugh. All right, Jack. What's your number? Great pick, Adam. What's your number 4 movie, Jack?
My number 4 movie is Gravity from 2013.
Nice.
film.
I'm embarrassed. I haven't seen it. It falls in. I have it on Blu-ray, but it fell in the 7-year
7-year
gap
gap.
that we talk about.
Right.
So you
And
guys
it
are gonna have to
definitely
dominate
was
this
a-
conversation.
Yeah. This was an event movie,
It certainly was.
You had to go see it in theaters.
Yep.
In IMAX.
Bad job by me.
And you had to, it floored, you felt like you were going to get sick watching that movie in the first 13 minutes. It was so disorienting. It's a pretty straightforward survival story. Ryan Stone, who is Sandra Bullock, attempts to return to Earth after her ship was destroyed. It's gripping, suspenseful, kind of like Dog Day Afternoon. Well, maybe not like Dog Day Afternoon, but it feels like every time she advances a little bit or gets a little closer to safety, she goes back 3 steps and something worse happens.
Yeah.
It is extremely visually incredible. It did things that had never been done before.
Yeah.
Literally. It's told in pretty much real time. A lot of it is in real time. But there are a lot of in the terms of the all in one day thing, there's a lot of stuff throughout the movie that is like accounting for time or counting down time or the amounts of things in different ways.
Okay.
There's a set piece that the thing that destroys their ship is a blown up like satellite on the other side of the world that gets caught in orbit or Earth. So then it hundreds of thousands of miles an hour comes flying at their ship and fucks their shit up. And then George Clooney, who is in this movie as well, is like, it's coming back in 90 minutes.
Yep.
So it's coming again.
Oh, damn.
And when it comes, every time, it happens 3 times. So at least happens over the course of 4 hours or whatever. And then also George Clooney says, has little moments like where he's like, oh, it's 8:00 back home right now. Tomorrow you're going to be just telling this is a crazy story. So little things like that, giving you that vibe.
Give you the updates so that you know where you are in time and space.
And like dealing with 2 different basically time zones, like Earth time and space time. And like the fact of like the satellite orbiting, provides kind of like a day and night structure within a single
or something
frame.
Is gonna it's a countdown sort of thing. And also her oxygen is constantly running out, their jet fuel on their jet packs are constantly running, things are constantly running out. You know what I mean?
Limited
Did it win Best
resources.
Picture?
It was nominated for Best Picture. It was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, won 7 of them, including director, cinematography,
And
editing.
the director was
Alfonso Cuarón. The first Latino filmmaker to ever win Best Director.
There you go.
Cinematography, editing, score, sound mixing, sound editing. And then it was also nominated for picture. Bullock was nominated for actress and production design.
What won Best Picture that year? Also, I think it's weird. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think it's weird that I never hear anybody talk about this movie, and it was like a really big thing when it came out, but I just never hear people talk about it again. Maybe it's because it's like a kind of intense watch and people don't really want to visit it.
Super. I mean, Alex watched the second she came in and watched the second half of it. She was like, I'm never watching that again.
Yeah.
It's very intense.
I haven't seen it since theaters, and it was also because it was such a theater movie.
Yeah. Except for Josh.
But it was also here. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, while he's pulling that up too, I feel like the thing I remember looking back at that time is that there was a bunch of movies that felt similar in theme. Like there was Interstellar, there was Gravity, there was what's the Matt Damon one, The Martian.
The Martian.
There was
Super good.
Arrival. I think all of those were within a few
handful of years. Yeah.
And it started in my memory, even though I saw most of those in theaters, they're all starting to kind of which one was which,
Yeah. But even still, I think all 3 of those other movies have lived on a little bit more, at least in my algorithm.
Right. The winner was 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, hell, there you go. Also not one I want to rewatch a bunch.
I do think even if it does it has left the conversation, I'm glad it was kind of still cemented in the Oscars because it was extremely significant in the advancement of films. Multiple things were invented. So basically everything was done. The film was created without cameras and done digitally beforehand, and essentially only the faces were added into the movie post.
That's crazy.
They shot all of the actors in what's called an LED light box, which has thousands and thousands of lights and cameras in it, and that's how they were able to get. They created a reflection of Earth, or a picture of Earth, so the reflection of Earth on their things is real, as well as the lights and the sun. He wanted a virtual construct moving freely in 3D space. I don't know. It's super immersive, super crazy.
That is crazy.
It's like James Cameron level
exactly. That's what
filmmaking.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
What a psycho.
100%.
Needs a new hobby.
Based on the way you describe it, I wonder. It kind of reminds me of when they filmed the Batman. What's the guy that directed that? Matt Reeves. So there's the scene where they're standing on top of the building where there's like the bat signal, and you can look out and see Gotham, and it looks hella cool and whatever. But that's like not a real thing. They like put in LED screens and filmed it from a bunch of different angles, and so that like they're standing in a room looking out, and it's not done post, it's done in real time, so that the actual lights from the screen will shine on their faces
That's
correctly.
probably the LED light box that they invented for this.
It could be. It sounds similar based on what I've seen about the production of the Batman. So it doesn't sound as intense as they're standing in the room and talking, and George Clooney and Sandra Bullock are like getting spun around and doing all that crap. But anyway, crazy.
I should shout out Emmanuel Lubetsky, who's the cinematographer and who helped develop all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good job by him.
It's a thrill ride.
Bang
The moments where the satellite's coming through. I mean, there are moments where like they're literally like trying to grab cords and can't, and then start floating away. I mean, there are like a billion things that happen in this movie where you're like, wow, I never even thought that this. I'm so glad I am not in space, because there are a billion factors that I would never even want to think about.
You guys ever want to be an astronaut?
Not anymore.
Never
After
once.
rewatching this.
Never once for me.
Sounds cold.
It's very cold. Starts with that fact. Starts with like the fact that at any point it could be 263 degrees plus Fahrenheit and like 180 negative Fahrenheit. Maybe it's the opposite, but yeah, it's cold and hot up there.
Don't like it.
And there's amazing things with sound, like when the things are coming through and destroying things, you can't hear anything because there's no sound in space.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're turned around. And so you start to see the things coming in the background. And you're like, oh my God, it's happening.
No.
It's so cool.
It's a good movie for like physics nerds, because it does a decent job of like trying
Accuracy.
to be true to space.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't really.
Feels very true to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels right. Only
Yeah.
it's closest I'll get.
Yeah, right. Good enough for me. Good job, Jack.
Thanks.
All right, my number. What are we on? 4. My number 4 movie is Training Day.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2001 classic crime thriller, directed by Antoine Fuqua, starring Denzel Washington and.
Ethan Hawke.
Thank you. Good gracious. Yeah, Ethan Hawke. Wonderful performances. Those guys really dominate the story.
Yep.
Well-
And it's. I mean, I can't really think of any scenes where neither of them are in it. It's just like those two, and they're both in most of the scenes, and they're both wonderful in it. And Denzel got his second Oscar for that. Third Oscar? No, second. And it's just a wonderful movie. And we didn't talk about it in the 2000s podcast. That was a real drop in the ball moment for us.
Definitely.
It's a fantastic movie. And again, another one, I didn't really intend to do this, but another one where it just ratchets up the tension the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it centers around Ethan Hawke's character, who's a police officer, and he's kind of joining, I guess they're undercover, and he's basically he's auditioning to be Denzel Washington's new partner. And so he's kind of like take him under a wing as basically
It's a training day.
Well, it's a training day. And he's basically like bringing him in like without any previous knowledge. They meet the first time there, and they're just jumping on the horse as it's moving, and that's the training day. And it's takes him through all the different ins and outs of the people he knows, and his sources on the inside or whatever. And as you sort of get through the quarter way through the movie, Ethan Hawke starts to realize this is not necessarily what I signed up for, and I don't know if my guy Denzel is necessarily a good guy.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
Spoiler
Spoiler
alert. Not
alert.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he make him like smoke meth like in the first
Yeah.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Something
Happens
like that.
fast.
PCP, something.
You don't get too much of Denzel being a good cop in that.
No. But, well, you're kind of wondering the whole time, or at least I did. You're kind of wondering the whole time is like, oh, is this like is this like the method acting almost of like trying to be the cop? You don't really know that he's like full on bad. There's also a subplot that Denzel needs money for some
Oh, right.
botched whatever, and he doesn't tell anybody. Maybe he doesn't even tell his own crew that he needs this money. And so the whole time he's trying to figure out different ways to grab a whole bunch of cash, because by the end of the day, he owes, I don't remember, I think it's like some Russian oligarch, like a whole bunch of cash. It's just a great movie.
Well, I think there's it's super realistic that it's in one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it
That really
unfolded
helps.
over a week, you'd be like, you couldn't tell that this guy was a bad guy?
Yeah, you went
You
to
know?
work the next day and kept going
Yeah.
to work with this
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's like this thing unfolds quickly.
And
Yeah.
he's just in the mix. Like, he's in a room, like, chopping up drugs with, like, Pyru gang members. Like, what are you going to
Yeah.
do? You
Yeah.
can't just really walk away.
And
Right.
they are undercover cops. So, like you're saying, it's kind of hard to tell what's actually
Where
going
the
on,
lines are.
drawn.
Yeah. And
It's awesome.
kind of to your point,
Definitely nominated for the Hall of Fame.
yeah, it's like really ingrained. This one is not like a hangout movie over the course of the day. This is really ingrained in this movie that this has to be one day, to your point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good LA movie, too.
Yeah. You said that about Friday, too.
And then and there
LA
are-
movies would be another good podcast.
Well, we could do a whole list of all in one day LA movies. I
Yeah.
feel like there's more. There's
We've
I know-
had 2 New York ones already, too. And in Chicago. They're all, I mean, I guess if you're doing it one day, you're probably going to be in one location.
That's
Yeah.
what I was wondering. I was
Space.
thinking about like, do big city movies dominate all in one days? But then there's things, like Dazed and Confused, like small town all in one days as
All right,
well.
well, don't give away the pod. Jeez. I'm just joking.
That was the second time I've mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I let you have it the first time. I'm just joking.
I'm using it as like my base. Everybody knows that that's
It's a very fair base for this genre. And
Thank you,
And
Adam.
we'll leave it at that for now.
Training Day is sick.
Train Day is sick. I'm kind of surprised it's number 4, and that seems low. But then again, I had Ferris Bueller at number 4 too. So what are you gonna do?
I got to be honest. I didn't really put too much thought into the actual ranking.
okay.
I'm just talking about 5 movies.
long list over here.
Yeah. Well, looking at my other movies though, I'm not mad at it. I got Ethan Hawke coming up again
It
too.
would take me all
Got
of
Sidney
5
Lumet
seconds to think of 5 movies in a ranking.
Nah,
If I already had the 5
you know
movies.
what? You know what? I did think about it, and I do like my ranking. I take it back.
There's a method to the madness.
Yeah.
You're not Denzel over here. You know what you're doing.
Took me one day to do this exactly.
You woke up, hit your alarm clock.
I hung out with Ethan Hawke, and I put this list together.
The PCP helped a little bit.
It always does.
Adam, what is your third movie?
All right. I gotta preface this saying I tried to make this list without including this movie.
Adam, you have to be you. You know?
Adam, you also just called out Josh for having Training Day at number 3, and you've already talked about Friday and what was the other one?
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller's. All right,
But
Adam,
there
you're
is
number 3.
There is a movie that is in my heart better.
Listeners of the podcast will maybe be able to figure out where we're going with this.
I'll give you a hint. It stars Rowan Atkinson. Okay. All right. Okay. So my movie for number 3 is Rat Race, 2001, directed by Jerry Zucker.
Yeah.
Most of you have probably never seen this movie.
That's not true. It was a famous movie at the time.
Not famous. I don't know. It had a summer in the theaters. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies, maybe other millennials or folks generally our age can relate, where you buy the DVD or the VHS and you just have it, and who knows how it ended up in your possession, but you're going to watch that movie.
Some of us still do that.
Yes, it's true. I'm talking to talking to 2 people here. Yes.
Rat Race grossed $11,662 its opening weekend.
Yeah, it was a big movie.
That's big.
What's the total gross? Does it have that? I bet it was over 80 million.
Yeah, it's 85.5.
Here's the thing.
Oh, how about that?
Nice.
If you see on a poster, and these guys are all on the poster, you see...
That's a good point.
You see Rowan Atkinson, John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Wayne Knight, John
Wayne
Lovitz,
Knight.
Amy Smart, Seth Green, just to name a few. There's more. You see them all on
And
a
in
poster.
2001, that's a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
Yeah.
You're going to go see that movie. I remember seeing posters for this movie and being like, I don't know, I guess I want to see this. I also remember my folks went on a trip. Who knows where they went? They went on a vacation. And
They were trying to find a big cache of money.
a big duffel bag of money in Silver City, New Mexico. They went to go see this movie on vacation. They loved it so much that they brought me and my sister to go see it like the same week. So this was
elite.
This was a Murray family goated film.
We salute Murray family.
Thank you. Thank you. Dad, if you're listening, I
not
know
for
you
the
are.
choice, but for the practice of going to see a
It's
movie
good to
twice.
go-
Certainly not for the choice.
I think I might be the only one in my family that's like obsessed with this movie. And I am. I watched it all the time.
You could take out "of my family" from that sentence, probably.
No. I have a very good friend.
Oh, nice.
Shout out Matt Naimi if you're listening. We rented out a sick Airbnb for his bachelor party, and it had like all these cool rooms and a theater, and we spent 2.5 hours of our one bachelor party night watching Rat Race.
That's sick.
In a home theater.
Nice.
So there are others of us. They exist. It might just be the two of us.
They're out there.
But
Matt and I liking this movie
that
helps
tracks.
it.
Oh, it helps. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a movie buff. Yeah.
Right, I know.
It works in the film industry, so it tells you everything you need to know.
Hook us up with a job.
All right, I'll get right on that.
True.
Quick plot summary, because most of you probably haven't seen this movie. It's kind of a play on the plot of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, which is also a great film. That's from the 60s. Basically, they're all in Vegas. All these different, all the actors I mentioned. It follows like maybe 8 different groups of people. They put money in the slot machine, and instead of a cash prize, they get a little token that says you've won a free lunch buffet. Mm-hmm. Very mysterious. They all show up at this lunch buffet. It's John Cleese telling them all that you are now entered in a race, and there is $1 million in a duffel bag in Silver City, New Mexico, which is like 600 miles away, and go. And then they're off. Hilarity ensues. You follow like
Much of which by the hands of Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah, he's funny. Rowan
he's
Atkinson.
great.
I'll only focus on him because he's the best. But yeah,
We're gonna let you cook on Rowan Atkinson.
He
Go for
plays
it.
a Italian just guy, single dude, doesn't have anyone else. He's like one of the only solo ones who has narcolepsy, and he's like running out the door of the casino and instantly falls asleep for like hours. And there's a whole bit where the reason they're doing this is like high rollers are betting on who's gonna win, so
Yeah.
they're like betting millions of dollars on who's gonna get the million. And like there's a whole bit where there's one guy bet on Rowan Atkinson. He's like, he's sleeping. I bet everything, and he's sleeping. He's freaking out, and he sleeps like half the movie, and then eventually jumps on a bullet train and he gets to the locker first.
There you go.
And then
Well, spoil the movie, man.
Oh no, yeah, it's been out for long enough.
I'm
He
just
falls
joking.
asleep, sticking the key in the lock. And
Go ahead, spoil it.
there's a lot of good stuff, but I mean, probably what a lot of folks have heard about this as maybe one of what people say is the worst endings in film history. I think it's great. Instead of letting someone win the money, it basically gets accidentally flown to a like Make-A-Wish style concert that Smash Mouth is playing, and they all crowd surf to All Star while they donate the money to charity. And
You can't let someone win the money in a movie like that.
No,
No,
I
yeah.
wholeheartedly disagree. This is famously one of my least favorite watching a movie experiences. I actually don't know if I disliked much of the first half. I probably didn't. Probably was having a great time, which is why I hated the ending so much.
Yeah.
I was so angry when I left the movie theater. Well, I was like 10.
You were 10.
And I was,
Mad.
it is stuck with me forever of how much I hate it, how much that ending made me upset. Pick a person.
Nah, you
Pick
can't.
one.
Can't pick somebody.
You know who picks someone is best in show. And I always famously think this is like a kind of similar movie with a bunch of goofy people. And I was probably terrified that it was going to get rat raced.
Yeah.
And nobody was going to get picked, but they picked someone.
Yeah.
And that's how real life is.
Well, I don't
know.
really think Rat Race is the best example of real
Okay,
life.
maybe not someone, but maybe something a little more.
Like you wanted a payoff, right?
Even if it did get donated, I don't mind that it gets donated, but maybe someone wins it and then donates it, and then everybody is pissed at that one person, or I don't know. It's the donation, it's the Smash Mouth, it's the everybody's crowd surfing all together.
It is such a product of its time, though.
Yeah.
Like Whoopi Goldberg's crowd surfing to Smash Mouth is like very 2001.
100%.
So you got to give it its props for that.
100%.
No, but it always makes lists of like worst endings in movies. It's often on there.
Oh, that's good.
But now
I've never
No, you're-
connected with someone on that before.
you're right. But for me,
No, I got you.
I love it.
This is an all-time Adam movie.
It's
so.
an all-time Adam movie. It's on my top 5, which it has no right to be. but there
Honestly,
it is.
listen. Don't degrade your own top 5. You have to be you.
Honestly, I would think that
don't apologize for it.
Your all in one day movies top 5 would all appear on your top 25 movies.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I would think
at least 2 of them are on my.
Which is probably why
Actually,
you
three.
wanted
Three
to
of them.
do this as a topic.
Yeah.
Because you knowingly were like, I like a lot of these.
Yeah, and bury the lead a little bit, but number 2 I don't even think of as an all-in-one day movie until I started this exercise, and it was still in my top 5 films. So we'll get to it later.
We're on number 3,
yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're number
I'm saying
3,
my
yeah.
next pick.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Math.
Anyways, number 3. I don't know. I'll hand it off to you guys.
Jack.
Number 3, I have Reservoir Dogs.
Possibly the most opposite movie of Rat Race ever made.
Different animal.
Yes, this is Quentin Tarantino's first film, 1992, starring everybody. No, it's starring
got,
Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Steve Buscemi, amongst other
Yeah.
people.
It's good. It's like a true ensemble. I wouldn't say anyone's the star probably, but maybe Harvey Keitel, I guess. But good ensemble.
Really good ensemble. Tells the story of a botched robbery and the moments that follow where the crew's kind of trying to figure out who the mole is or who's turned on him / half the crew doesn't think that there's a mole, which is pretty hilarious. It's like nonlinear. Proto Pulp Fiction, very much so.
Yeah.
It kind of defined independent cinema in the 90s.
Yep.
Classically overly violent, which began right away the Quentin Tarantino glorifying violence debate.
Yeah.
It is very bloody, very suspenseful.
It's not there's not a ton of instances of violence, but I don't know how. I don't like.
Well, it famously uses, the classic film trivia of this movie is that he reportedly used accurate amount of blood.
Oh well, my point is there's one violent act, and then that person is bleeding out the entire movie. So it's
no, there's
I walked in and this movie was on, and there was a car full of people getting shot up.
Yeah,
with
there's
blood
a lot of
everywhere.
violence. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but a lot of fair.
I see what you're saying. The central
violent moment drags out, and then there's also another really famous violent act too. I don't know if we should just talk about it.
Yeah,
but cutting off the ear is really gnarly.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not saying it's not violent. I'm sorry, I didn't mean like that. But it's not like the whole movie people are getting shot up like some movies.
Yeah.
People get shot at the robbery.
Yeah.
But then most of the
but you get the robbery in multiple parts. You know what I mean? You get the first part of the robbery actually you get the last part of the robbery first, and then you get the more beginning and seeing it all go down later in the movie, which is super violent. The lady gets shot. They murder all the cops.
I guess
it's where everybody gets shot.
Getting murdered.
I remember watching.
I didn't mean that it wasn't
really
violent. I just meant that
extremely violent.
A lot of the movie is Tim Roth, wreathing on the ground with a hole in his stomach.
Yeah, which is its own sort of. I mean, you get to really have to sit with the consequences of violence.
Yeah,
in this movie,
right? Yeah,
which I remember the first time I saw this, feeling really uncomfortable.
I remember being very shook by I saw this pretty young, with I believe you and Andrew Vahey.
Tight.
And
whoops.
Yeah, and I remember being super shook by just how Tim Roth's character, Mr. Whatever, is talking about how he's about to die, the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Yeah. He's just I'm fucking dying, the whole movie. And that's just super scary.
It's really gnarly. I again, didn't mean to say that it wasn't intense or violent.
Well, you're just comparing it to other Quentin Tarantino movies, kind of, probably, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not like Kill Bill.
Right. It's not even like Pulp Fiction.
Well, it's also...
Well, see, I might push back on that a little bit.
You
Pulp
think so?
Fiction, is violent, but they don't show you the
Reservoir
violence
Dogs is
that
way more
much.
violent than Pulp Fiction, I'd
It's
say.
more implied violence.
Yeah.
And when something actually gnarly happens, they don't actually show it to you, for the most part, in Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
I'm going to get pushed back on that one, too.
Premiered at Cannes. Made $1.2 million. I'm sorry. Premiered at Sundance. My bad.
R.I.P.
but-
Robert Redford.
Wait a minute. I thought I did. Yeah. Premiered at Sundance. But then Pulp Fiction premiered at Cannes and won the
And
Palme
won the
d'Or.
Palme d'Or.
It premiered at Sundance, but then was also at Cannes and Toronto and a couple other ones. Just did well right away. Was kind of an instant hit and kind of, as far as independent films go. And,
Yeah.
put
him on the map.
Yeah. Shook it up. Put him on the map.
He was already kind of like a hot, commodity. Quentin Tarantino was, because he wrote the script for True Romance. And I guess Harvey Keitel was the one that signed on first, is how I understand it, for Reservoir Dogs. And once he got on, people were like, "Oh, okay, let's see what this is. Let's give him a little bit of money, not much." And a few other people signed on so that they could work with Harvey Keitel. This is how I understand it. I'm not 100% sure I'm right about that.
Yeah. And this might be just like obvious, but he's so good in this movie.
He's really good.
And often plays like a similar dude, but I feel like this is the most, it's complex because he's so sympathetic and like, getting Tim Roth's back the whole time. Really doesn't expect him to be the cop, which is
man.
heartbreaking. But they're like buddies, and he's just kind of a little bit sweeter than he is in most movies while still being super Harvey Keitel. I don't know. It's really good.
He has his moments where he definitely steps up the intensity, but yeah, like you said, for the most part, he's trying to console the bleeding dude that's lying in the warehouse. Also, I thought about this as you were talking about this movie. A lot of these all-in-one-day movies are also in primarily one location, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. It's, they go through the flashbacks. You see a lot of the bank robbery. Obviously, there's a scene in the diner in the beginning and the scene before everything happens. But then most of the drama in the movie are taking place in this warehouse.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cut up, though. It's cut up more than... No, I'm serious. I just rewatched it for the first time in, a few years, and it's like... It's way more cut up than I remember. I also don't remember that we're not supposed to... Like, it takes us a long time as an audience to realize that he is the cop, which I kind of remembered it differently. Kind of thought we knew somewhat the whole time.
That's
but you
like a
really
twist.
don't.
It's a
yeah,
twist.
it's like a good twist.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I guess I should rewatch it.
So this film, I've already mentioned one thing, but steals from at least two all-in-one-day movies as well. One of which is Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3, and the name.
The color names.
And the color names.
Yeah.
The other is he rips a direct line from Do the Right Thing, which is, "You shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize," which is only 3 years before, and he's just ripping out a line from old Spike Lee, and they famously continued to have beef.
Yeah.
That isn't really involved in this at all.
Yeah.
But maybe it is.
I'd be pissed, man. Not a great way to start a relationship.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't get much better.
No.
They don't like each other too much, I don't
No,
think.
well, I don't know about now, but certainly for a while there, they, well, if you're unfamiliar, Spike Lee is none too pleased about how a lot of Quentin Tarantino characters use some racially
How Quentin Tarantino himself uses
the N-word. Yeah.
Writes it in
a lot of
parts.
his movies. And I got to be honest, Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies. It's really good. And it gets more jarring every time I watch it. It's like this, not only, and he uses it in other movies too, but not only is it like really gnarly, but it's like it doesn't really feel necessary that this is in there. So I don't know. I mean, it's art. I'm not going to say what artists should and shouldn't be able to do, but it as a Quentin Tarantino fan, it is jarring to hear it, and I wish it wasn't in there.
I truly do think, kind of to your point, that it wouldn't be as gnarly if it wasn't him playing that part, because I mean, he's like writing a part. He's not a good guy, and I think someone else delivering those lines, it might be like, I don't know, jarring and more of a, oh, this is like a bad guy. I guess it's still
maybe.
He chose to cast himself in that role.
Yeah,
it's just kind of weird.
It just that throws.
Well, actually, apparently it was supposed to be Steve Buscemi in that role first, and then he couldn't do it, so they put Steve Buscemi as the waiter, So then they didn't have anybody, and so he did it. That's one of the stories I've heard. I don't really know.
Not trying to say that it works or it should be done necessarily. I'm just saying it's definitely weirder that it's him doing it.
Yeah, it is. And and there's another. I mean, I watched it recently. There's another scene where John Travolta goes and gets the drugs, and his drug dealer is using the word like flippantly too, and it's just like. None of this needs to be in here. We get it. It's like an intense situation. We don't need like
It doesn't serve the plot or drive it
it's,
forward.
I don't know. It's jarring. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs is great.
Really
Spike
great.
Lee, if you're listening, we love you, man.
We do.
We do.
And might have something coming up in this episode. Maybe. My number 3 movie is Die Hard.
Let's go.
I love Die Hard. It's not. I don't think I love it as much as like the Die Hard fans out there, but it's an awesome action movie and started a trend of like something's happening in a place. Oh, this is another all-in-one place movie too, as long as all-in-one-day movie. It's just awesome. If you don't know about Die Hard, that would be surprising to me. But basically, a hostage situation in a building. Somehow the criminals don't catch the one guy that is going to eventually kill them all, and he's like manages to escape and starts picking them off one by one. It's awesome. It has great. Go ahead.
It's very much influenced by Taking of Pelham 123.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
with A Vengeance, which is in New York.
Yeah, totally. It's awesome. The action set pieces are top notch. It kind of started a new trend where, like, in the came out in 1988. It's directed by John McTiernan, and other previous 80s action movies are all like oiled up, super muscly, crazy muscle dudes. And I mean, Bruce Willis is definitely muscled up in this movie.
Yeah,
but it's not.
And sweaty. And,
Yeah. But it's not like he's not like Arnold in
Right.
Predator or something, or like
Steven Seagal or something like
yeah,
that.
He's
or
more
Sylvester
everyman.
Stallone.
He's
Yeah, he's
supposed to be
more
more everyman.
supposed to be more everyman, and that sort of continues. I would say into the 90s. You know, I mean. Nicolas Cage became an action star.
Taken is a good example, too.
Taken is a great example, yeah. So, kind
This is
of
before or after Speed? This is before Speed, right?
is
before
before
Speed.
Speed. Again, Keanu definitely swole in that movie, but not to the point
No,
where
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's inhuman. You know, it feels like a real person, and he's getting his ass kicked the whole movie of Die Hard. He's stepping
Yeah.
on glass. He's had to like take off his shirt at one point to like tie up his feet. He's getting punched. His explosions are happening. I mean, he's not like just running through dudes like they're paper. You know, it's clearly taking a toll on him, which I also think is a refreshing take on an action movie. He definitely doesn't feel like some superhero. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I
he has
love
to-
Die Hard.
He has to make like calculated sacrifices, basically,
Yeah.
in order to proceed. Which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
He also has really good banter with the dad from Family Matters.
So good.
Yeah.
Through the walkie.
Family Matters, is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, through the walkie-talkie. That's great. You get the classic trope of the cop trying to get onto the situation late and take over, and he fucking sucks. So that's awesome. And a great capital G, great villain performance.
Yes.
From why can't I not think of his name? Alan Rickman. Oh my goodness, that was rough. Thanks, Adam. Great performance. Who is a great villain in other movies too, Professor Snape. But he's just fantastic. And I think this was his first movie role, first film role. I think. Not 100% on that. I think he was a
He's
stage
awesome.
actor before that. He's great as Hans Gruber.
Yes.
It's just a great movie. It's a classic.
It is.
And spawned a bunch of sequels, and they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
So, Die Hard, man.
It's a good pick.
what can you say? Anybody have anything to add? I don't know. It's just a wonderful movie.
It feels like one of those, I think you kind of said this, but it feels like one of those movies that totally changed the trajectory of like how action movies are thought about and made. And it has that kind of like that bodily feeling too, which is just really nice. Like you get to really hang out in Nakatomi Towers, and feel like that feels like a character. And like
It
I remember
really does.
going to LA and be like, there it is, there's
Yeah,
Nakatomi
me too.
Towers. Like that was exciting for me, and that's
Yeah.
only because they do such a good job of like making that building feel like alive, and all the different levels of it having different vibes and feelings to it during the film. So,
Yeah. Really awesome.
A+.
Love Die Hard. I'm going to go home and watch it tonight. Is it a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Sure. I mean, no. But I'm not gonna like if somebody says that I'm like, okay. I'm
It's
not gonna
the-
like sit there and argue with them.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie
it's
the
like
same
the-
way a hot dog is a sandwich. Same thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I like it.
I agree. I don't think it's a Christmas movie, but I don't want to argue with someone who thinks it is a Christmas movie.
That's an old take at this point. You know what I mean? That's the guy who's like, I've got one that's really gonna stump you.
Well, so old that I think it won. You know what I mean? I think to our, what we're saying is just like, it's kind of eye roll. Sure.
Just like, let him have it.
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about
Right.
it. It's not a.
Let's
Christmas
talk
movie.
about another aspect of that movie because that isn't the most interesting.
I don't watch it at Christmas.
Did
let's
you
put
know it
that.
takes place in one day?
Good pick, Josh. Good pick.
Thanks. All right, let's take another quick break, and we'll come back and we'll finish it up. All right, we're back. Adam, what is your number 2 movie that takes place all in one day?
All right, number 2, I've got a classic, The Goonies.
Yes.
1985. I know everyone in this room loves this movie.
It's great.
Probably most just people in
Yeah.
general love this movie.
That's one of those movies, like, if you don't like it, I don't really trust you about life.
Yeah, you're probably trying to be contrarian,
Yeah.
or you just have terrible taste.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Who doesn't like the
Maybe
Goonies?
both.
It's so good.
I wonder how these new generation, how the youngsters would feel about it.
Probably excellent. It's wonderful.
Good.
Watch it on 2x speed and play Subway Surfers on the side.
Speed, good movie.
Speed 2.
Not a good movie.
But yeah, The Goonies is awesome. It's like, I kind of alluded to this earlier. I don't think of it necessarily as a classic, like, all-in-one-day movie because...
Yeah, I didn't either,
typically-
actually.
Yeah, but typically I think of those as, like, you're in a place and you're watching time unfold. But they go on an adventure that is the course of one day. I think something that kind of tricks me about it sometimes is they spend a lot of time underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
so
makes
it's
it feel
dark.
like nighttime.
Yeah.
And then they come out and it's bright and you're like, oh, it's the next day? But no, it's just later that, like,
No,
afternoon.
no, it's the
No,
next
I
day.
think it's the next
Because
day.
when they do the whole well thing, it's at night.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they don't go to sleep. So,
So
this
it
still
still
counts as the
counts.
parameters.
This is Josh's criteria is this. Characters can't sleep.
I thought that was your criteria.
I thought it was yours.
It's everyone's.
It's Jack's.
I think in the text thread, you were the first person to say, yeah, but they don't ever sleep, so.
It still counts. We're allowing it.
We're allowing it. Thank goodness, because I already wrote it on my list. No, it's for those few of you who haven't seen it. It's a group of kids are their neighborhood is basically getting foreclosed on and redeveloped, and they have like kind of one last adventure, and they're trying to find this treasure to like save their neighborhood. And they go on like a pretty crazy
Pirate adventure.
yeah,
Pirate map
it is
adventure.
a true pirate adventure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's a
Booby
good-
traps and,
Sunken ships
skeletons and
Man, it's so good.
giant
It's great.
squids in
Yeah.
the director's cut,
yeah.
which is fun.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's a great child actor movie.
Yeah. And the majority of them blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a fantastic ensemble. It's a really fun movie to watch as a kid because you're watching these kids have this like adventure that is way bigger than them.
Yeah. Well, and they're like, they kind of like superpower sort of things, or they have like,
Each of them kind of has a thing, sort of.
has like a thing sort of.
Like
that
Mouth
helps
has the
them.
smooth talker,
Yeah.
and Data is the name. Data has like all the
gadgets.
which I love.
Yeah.
That was the sickest thing.
Yeah.
Feels
Chunk-
kind of like
chunk
it's not
is
their
chunk.
first adventure, really. Like they've done adventures before.
Yeah.
But maybe their greatest.
Well, it could feel like could maybe kind of what you're saying is
I think
like,
Chunk even says, like, I don't want to go on another one of your adventures, Mike. One of those things.
Yeah.
but it feels like serialized, almost like Saturday
Yeah.
morning cartoon kind of
Yeah.
style. Like they all have the thing that they're good at and the thing that they struggle with, and they work together to overcome. and
Yeah.
happy feelings afterwards.
Goonies never say die, man.
Goonies never say die, man. The Goondocks. But it's a classic film. I always thought it was a Spielberg directed movie until just now doing research for
Yeah.
it. I guess
Definitely not.
Story by Spielberg, produced by Spielberg.
Yeah.
Amblin Entertainment,
Yeah.
but directed by Richard Donner.
Yeah.
so-
Came up in the 1985 podcast because it's
mean,
well,
what-
we didn't do it. Well, birth year podcast, I guess I should say,
right.
because I was born in 1985.
What beat it for Best Picture? Do you remember? 85.
Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't get nominated.
Oh, okay. They didn't nominate movies like that back in the day.
Uh,
I can't tell if you're being serious.
I am being deadly serious.
no,
Did
no,
you
yeah.
actually think it was nominated for Best Picture?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's great. I'm fine with that
It's
thought.
my
It should have been.
favorite movie
Should
of
have
the
won. 1985. I don't
Rat
really,
Race was nominated. Why would
He said that we put it on our 1985 podcast about our birth years.
Uh huh.
Okay. I just wanted to, Because you immediately followed that with what beat it for Best Picture.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Let's find out. 19.
I want to live in a world where Goonies can win Best Picture. Is that so
Yeah,
wrong?
no, that isn't wrong. And
Best
we talk about it quite
Picture
85,
frequently
85.
on this.
I know, but you got to look at 86,
Oh, it was
for
86
the
Oscar.
Oh, Out of Africa. Goonies is way better than that.
This is what I'm saying.
We have this debate all the time, and Jack's like, "Well, it's not an Oscar movie," and I'm like,
Whoa,
"Who cares?"
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is this debate?
Go back and look at the tape. I'm just joking.
I feel like we agree on that certain movies we wish that they were nominated.
But I think
Yeah.
you also agreed, maybe I'm wrong, but didn't you also agree that they shouldn't win? Like, it's kind of like, oh, throw them in the pool.
Sometimes I'm like, I wish this would have gotten nominated or whatever, and you're like, well, it's a blockbuster. I'm like, well, who cares about that?
Yeah. Like,
If it's good, it's good.
but Jaws got nominated.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so did Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah.
Yeah. So why can't Goonies?
It can and should have been.
Yeah.
I don't know what else was nominated for that year.
Doesn't matter.
I guess I could look it up.
No, don't do it.
Keep talking. And I'm doing it.
But, you know, there's not much I can say that people haven't said about this movie, unlike Rat Race, where I'm the only one that knows how to talk about it. But Goonies is
Oh, I know how to talk about it. It's just
not in the right
just
way,
not in the same way.
positively.
All right, here are your nominees.
All right, hit me.
I forgot. We had already done
Yes,
this in
I know.
the 85
I was
podcast.
gonna say.
The Color Purple, pretty good.
Yep.
Prezi's Honor, never seen it. Out of Africa, Witness is very good.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Kiss of the Spider Woman, I have not seen either. So the Goonies are better than all 5 of those movies, and I haven't seen.
Witness is pretty
Two of them.
good. Witness
Witness is very good.
Made me really scared to use a public restroom.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like still think about that.
oh
Right.
yeah, for sure. Made me really want to build a barn too.
There you go.
Goonies is awesome.
Yeah, Goonies is awesome. I think we can all agree on that. I think maybe if there's anything up for debate is whether it counts as an all-in-one-day movie. But if you guys are going to let
No.
it slide, we're gonna
No,
let
it's
it
fine.
slide.
There's no debate. It's fine.
good.
It
I love
counts.
it.
Yeah, you're good.
All one waking adventure counts.
Great film, best Steven Spielberg movie that he did not direct.
Also, that movie starts, in the. Wait, what was it?
He's like best Steven Spielberg movie that he did not direct.
Oh, I mean, there's
There's so many
an insane amount of
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
All right, hit
movies.
me one.
that he didn't.
Well,
direct.
does any
Yeah, he
Amblin
produces.
movie count?
Oh wait, he produces Back to the Future. So
Ah,
also 85.
wow, good
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, good year. Also didn't get nominated for Best Picture. What are we doing?
You guys should just go through every year since the Academy Awards existed and redraft Best Picture nominees.
Whoa, is Back to the Future all in one day? No, I guess not. But
No.
it's kind of
It's
kind of a lot
not
of
even
years.
all in one year.
wow.
Got him.
But Goonies, I don't know. If you guys have any other thoughts, it's not, like I said, I don't really have anything original to add to the conversation other than it's good.
Yeah,
I like
Well,
it.
as far as also the all-in-one-day thing, you got to think that it starts when they wake up,
Yep.
which is probably around like 8.
Sure.
And they're coming out of the cave, and it's probably early morning, like sunrise. So it's probably 24 hours.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Gotcha.
Fucking rocks.
I love
dude.
when Chunk is like, ooh, ice cream, and lifts up the ice cream thing, and then, damn it, slams it. I used to rewind that part and just watch it. Thought it was
It feels
really
like
funny.
they gave those kids like a decent amount of liberty to kind of just be themselves.
Yeah.
And if not, then it's really well written.
Yeah.
So one of the two. Both are
I
fine.
think we talked about that too when we talked about it last time. It feels very natural. They feel
Yeah,
like
we talked about it when we were talking about the performances. It's just like
yeah. It just
Feels
feels,
like they're all
like
just
it's
talking.
Yeah, it feels like they've been
and friends. Yeah.
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 Very good. Good job, Adam.
Good pick.
Thanks, guys.
Jack. Well, let's talk about a movie we haven't talked about in a while.
That's not going to happen here. Number 2, I've got Collateral.
Let's go.
Maybe I'll let Adam cook on this one for a little bit eventually because I've talked about it. It could be the 3rd time that it's come up in a podcast. I don't know.
It will come up more times.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just like a one and done sort of. Walking out of that movie theater was like, oh, I just saw one of my favorite movies for sure. And where was it on my list? I think number 12. Spoiler.
Which list was this?
For our last episode, our 25th episode, we did 25 favorite movies of all time.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good placement.
Thank you.
Hopefully now you've already listened to it.
Oh, yeah,
In
definitely.
in future Adam.
Tom
Because
Cruise.
the episode is out already.
Tom Cruise as a villain with gray hair is just one of the coolest things ever. He's awesome. Yo, homie. Never gets old. Jamie Foxx is great. The writing is incredible. The pacing is perfect.
Jamie Foxx got nominated for that role.
Yep. In supporting, right?
Yeah. which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I think that's finagling because he also got nominated the same year for
Ray.
For Ray,
for Ray
and
won
Yeah.
for Ray
Yeah.
and in lead actor. So
Good job for him.
yeah,
Great
really,
year.
really good job.
Holy cow.
Not many better years than that for an actor.
Classic Michael Mann. I don't know. Adam, what do you think?
I love this movie. If you hadn't picked this movie, it would have definitely been on my top 5. I think it
I called it quick.
you called it really quick, which is totally
Probably
fine.
could have just let you have it because I just talked about it. But
A lot of my top 5s are more on the humorous side.
Yeah.
This is the one of like the basically not humorous at all movies. This is probably my top. I mean, that's in Training Day. And they're kind of seemingly or like a little similar in some ways.
I got some
it takes
vibes.
place in one day. There's a lot of car.
LA too, right? Yeah. But really good, like you said, pacing. That's the first thing that stuck out to me. You move through so many different kind of like quote unquote like episodes within the evening. As he
A
pulls
lot
off.
of locales. This is very much not an all in one place movie.
Yeah,
Very much so.
all in one city, but you get so many different types of
Another
that
great
city.
LA movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry if somebody already said
We
that.
did just a second ago.
Damn
That's
it.
okay.
I wasn't listening.
You're reading another top 5. I don't know what you're reading. Over
I don't
here.
remember us saying it either. I was like, good point, Josh. So
But yeah, Collateral's fantastic. They do a really good job of kind of like painting Jamie Foxx as this. He's got his goal in mind, right? He has his
Yeah.
postcard
got
that
his
he flips
postcard.
down. That's what he wants. That's his MacGuffin that he's trying to chase, and Tom
Nice.
Cruise is in the way. He's
Yeah.
in the way. He's jeopardizing that fully and completely. And so you get some like really good drama and tension between the two of them as they're both trying to, first and foremost, survive the night, and then second, get to where each of them want to go.
yeah.
And-
Well, it's also kind of like a pipe dream for the majority of the movie.
Sure.
You know, his postcard, and Tom Cruise just like puts him down, like immediately is like, this is ridiculous, or kind of picks it apart, and then at the end feels like it becomes his like saving grace, or like the thing that he's like, I got to survive at this point so I can kind of get to this island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's all he has to hold on to by the end.
Right.
It also has a really nice like co-storyline of the.
Zoe Saldana. Ooh, is that who it is?
No, it's not. It's Jada Pinkett Smith. But anyway, that's not what I was talking about. But I was talking about Mark Ruffalo, the police officer that's like hunting them down.
Roof's all beat to shit.
Bruce all beat to shit, and like none of the other cops believe what's going on, and he's like, something's not right about this, and so he is tracking him down and trying to find him, and he's great in it. It's a very early Mark Ruffalo performance before he kind of like took off. I
Blew
think I mean pretty early.
Yeah, relatively so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in a couple other stuff before that, but they were kind of like indie performances, I think.
Yeah, or like romantic comedies or something.
Yeah. Anyway, he's really good in it, and he's awesome, and I love that cat and mouse game that's going on. That's very Michael Mann.
Yeah. Right.
It's great. Great stuff.
Good pick, Jack.
Good pick, Jack.
Thank you.
Collateral's sick. My number 2 movie is the 1995 Richard Linklater classic Before Sunrise, which is just a beautiful romantic movie, and he is I don't know, he really has the finger on the pulse of the characters that he writes. I think it's just fantastic. Basically, again, another Ethan Hawke appearance here, is on a train going to, I forget where he's going, but he meets Julie Delpy on the train, and they decide to get off in Vienna. I can't remember if one of them is going to Vienna or if they both just decide, let's just get off here. I can't exactly remember, but he convinces her to get off with him, and they spend the entire movie walking around Vienna for the day and for the night, and it's just so romantic and so fresh, and a really just like simple I don't even know how to explain it. Just a really simple like snapshot of what it is to not only be at that age. They're probably in their early 20s. They're not probably. They're in their early 20s at the moment. And so I feel like the movie understands how to write those characters in that time frame while also kind of like giving them the naivety that you would have at that age. And I should say this is part of a trilogy, and you meet up with these characters 10 years down the road. He made them 10 years apart, and each of the movies sort of, at least in my opinion, accurately portrays what someone would be thinking about at that stage in their life. And I think it's really clever and very effective and has some beautiful scenes and beautiful scenery around Vienna. And it's just a wonderful movie. I can't get enough of it. It's fabulous.
Where Reservoir Dogs is an influential independent film of the 90s in one capacity, I feel like this is kind of the antithesis that also was extremely, extremely influential.
Yeah.
What year is it?
95.
Yeah.
And he kind of, with very few exceptions, kept doing the independent thing. He doesn't make many big studio movies, and still to this day, I think he has a movie coming out this year. Still to this day, kind of just like makes his movies from his like base in like Texas or wherever he's from, and then releases
He
them
does
and
like
just
slice
works
of
on the
life
next one.
movies to a T, and maybe now is the time to say it, but I think there's maybe 6 all-in-one-day movies in the Linklater
Canon.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, there's 3
in
of the
here.
Yeah, there's.
We're
going
to talk about another one very soon. That's 4.
Slacker is an all-in-one-day movie.
I haven't seen that movie.
And I haven't seen it, but Suburbia, I think it's called. I believe is all-in-one-day, or at least feels like an all-in-one-day movie by the look of it, because it's just people hanging out on a street corner.
He also does great hangout movies. Again, these ones, the one we're going to talk about next. I love, what's the baseball one? Everybody Wants Some. Have you seen that?
No.
It's kind of like the spiritual successor.
I haven't even ever heard of it.
Oh, it's great.
That's
There's
so
not
good.
a whole lot of baseball in the movie, but it's like baseball players from a college team in like the 70s hanging out. It's great.
Nice.
It's really good. It's not all in one day.
It's
I don't
all-
thi- well, actually,
Well, it's also
I'm not
interesting.
100% sure about
It's like
that.
mostly all in one day. And
Oh,
then there's
okay.
like a couple little bits that technically break it out.
Well,
Yeah,
it's funny. He has
okay.
all of these either close to all-in-one-day movies or all-in-one-day movies, and then he has Boyhood, which is an entire lifespan, and then there's
The Before series, right? Is that what you're saying? Were those the 3 also kind of a lifespan? No.
Yeah,
that's weird.
but that's interesting that he does
Oh,
the Before
altogether.
trilogy.
Yes, if you look at them as a whole.
Yeah,
Got
but
it. Yes.
but each chapter takes place in one day.
And he did the Tom Hanks one that just came out, right? Where you're in a room for the whole time and you're getting the whole story of their or the whole
no,
story.
that
of
was
the
Zemeckis.
damn. So close.
So close.
Zemeckis,
They're contemporaries.
all in one day films. Back to the Future.
Yeah. Got him again. Forrest Gump. You know.
I can go. I can lean right now.
Not yet. We need your number 1.
It's a really, when you look at Richard Linklater's career in this sort of prism that we're doing today, it's really interesting how he tells his story through time, you know, in little chapters. But then, like you said, Boyhood, he took 20 years to shoot with the same actors as they aged. I mean, he's just his thesis project is very interesting to me about what the stories he chooses to tell and the way he chooses to do it, and hasn't been, I don't know, maybe corrupted is a strong word, but hasn't been too influenced by the overall Hollywood machine.
He does him.
He does him. Yeah. Linklater, man, we salute you.
Very high concept,
Yeah.
which is cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, like,
Yeah, but also
loves,
like,
loves a good hangout movie.
right.
Form, high concept and form, and then in
High
like,
concept and overall
and
like
structure.
what
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
or like, you know, looking at all of his movies together. It's like
Sure.
Yeah, and I
like
didn't,
you said, like a thesis.
didn't mean that as like a counterpoint to what you were saying.
You can counterpoint.
No, I did. I agree with you. And also, he loves a good hangout movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Who doesn't?
Well, should we just keep
Certainly
talking
not
about
you.
him?
Yeah, let's do it. Sure.
Adam, what's your number 1 all-in-one-day movie?
My number 1 is probably a surprise to no one because it's been mentioned a few times here. Dazed and Confused, Richard Linklater, 1993.
Fantastic.
This
5 out of
one-
5.
Wow, 93.
No notes.
Huh. Thought it was
93.
earlier.
93. Well, it takes place in the 70s.
I know
so.
it takes place in the 70s. I just in just clocking the actors, I just kind of thought that they would have been younger.
Yeah. Right, because it's got sort of star-studded cast.
Yeah.
of
Kind of
people
feels
early in
like
their
an
career.
80s movie too.
Matthew McConaughey, Ben Affleck, I have it, Parker Posey. I have it written down here somewhere, but there's just a million people in this movie.
A whole bunch of them. And especially,
Adam
like,
Goldberg.
in the moment, these were all, I mean, not all of them. Like, it's a huge cast. Not everyone went off to become big mega. Some of them did, big mega movie stars. But in the moment, these were all, like, the hot young group of actors that you would use for things.
Like the next batch kind of
yeah.
crew.
Yeah. And not everybody broke through for, 20, 30 years or whatever.
But a lot of them
But many of them
did.
did, yeah.
which is really crazy. And in kind of all different forms, right? You've got, you got Mila Jokov. I'm gonna butcher her name, Jokovic.
Yeah,
She's
in
like
there.
one of the lead chicks. She's on the poster.
Oh.
But she had a very different career than like Adam Goldberg, obviously. And
Right.
they're playing very different characters even within this movie, right? For those of you who don't know, this movie takes place on the last day of school before people start the summer before their whatever next year is. So eighth
It
graders
starts
are-
at like the end of the school day.
yeah. So like eighth graders are getting out and they're going to become freshmen, and it's about them getting like hunted
Hazed
down and
and-
hazed, and then the juniors just finished and now they're big men on campus and they do the hazing and they also throw big parties. And this movie is total hangout movie, and like to that point there was a period in my life in high school when I would watch this movie at least every week, and me and my buddies would come home after a long night hanging out and just like put this movie on just to like wind down.
It's a great movie to like put on at the end of the night.
Yeah,
'Cause-
totally.
Not a whole lot of plot.
No,
And
you
it's
can
just-
pop in, you can pop out.
Yeah.
Also,
it's
there's
great.
something about the first day of summer vibe, like you can watch that movie and it's, that's one of the best feelings in the world is the first day of summer, and the movie totally evokes it in a very accurate way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really feels like it captures. Well, I mean, I've never been to Texas in the '70s, but it really feels like it captures both the time and the setting that you're in, at least in my mind. And the characters feel real, and I think that's like kind of another point. Well, I made it a little bit with Linklater. Is like his characters feel real, and so you don't really need. I don't need much of a plot in Dazed and Confused. I just want to see like these people hang out. Oh, did you mention Matthew McConaughey too?
Yeah.
Great Matthew McConaughey performance.
Yep.
Anyway.
Pretty iconic. And I was reading that he gave a lot of his actors, kind of to your point, a lot of leeway in how they not only like present physically, but also let them improvise lines.
Yeah.
And that lends itself to feel very like organic, I think.
It does.
Feels very organic.
It was a very collaborative process, and he still does that, but everybody was like, oh, this is not the same type of movie set I've been on.
Yeah. You get some like really interesting like character quirks that don't really get like double clicked on in the movie, but they're very present. Like the main kid, the main eighth grader, I can't remember his name right now. But he like has this habit of like using his hand and like when he gets nervous, like running it up over his face and through
Yeah.
his hair. And he does it all the time. So much so that like once you notice it, it gets distracting. And it's the kind of thing that maybe a normal, not normal director, but like in a typical film, they would say, hey, stop doing that. It's like distracting, but it adds to this character who's very nervous and
And is an awkward eighth grader.
he's
you know?
totally he's like a wiry little string bean dude
Yeah.
who's like hanging out with all these grown men effectively now and trying to be cool and
17-year-olds.
yeah, well,
but
and Matthew
they look-
McConaughey,
Yeah.
who he does end up riding around the car and
Yeah.
offer or asks him if he has any weed, and he's
Yeah.
like, no. He's like, a lot cooler if you
Be
did.
a lot
man."
cooler if you did.
So yeah, if it feels very of a time like that they're presenting. For me, it's very nostalgic because it was in my high school years when I really fell in love with this movie. It holds up pretty well on rewatch. It's just like
Timeless for sure.
It's totally timeless. And
I
think
love this movie.
This is for me. I mean, it's my number one. This is the quintessential. When I was thinking, let's do a movie in a day.
This was it.
This is the movie.
I
is
actually tried to
definitely
take
Mount
it, and they were
Rushmore.
like,
Yeah.
listen, I got dibs.
I
And
big
was
dogged
like,
you on that one,
"Oh,
sorry."
Okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah, it was badass.
He took collateral. I had to get something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be a rat race all 5 slots. Any other thoughts, guys? I don't know. We kind of touched on a lot here.
It's
Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
It's
It's
great.
going to be a great hang.
It's great.
Sweet.
Jack, what's your number 2 all-in-one-day movie?
Number 1.
Actually, well,
sorry,
my number
number
2
one.
was Collateral.
I think it was Back to the Future.
How did you turn that around on me?
I'm ready.
My number 1 on one day movie is Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Directed by Spike Lee, starring. Well, I should probably pull up the whole list because I didn't write them all
Well,
down.
starring Spike Lee,
Spike Lee for
John
sure.
Turturro,
Tony.
the pizza owner. I can't remember that guy's name, but he's in a ton of stuff.
He also won the Academy Award for it.
Did he really?
He got nominated. It was one of 2 nominations for it, writing, and that got snubbed for Best Picture, which is ridiculous. This is
yeah.
one of the most important movies of all time.
wasn't even
100%.
nominated?
Wasn't even
even
nominated for
nominated.
Best Picture. No, it only got nominated for writing and Danny. I have a hard time remembering. Aiello. Rosie Perez, Samuel L. Jackson, Bill Nunn, Ossie Davis, Ruby Dee. It's an ensemble cast pretty much. Tells a story of essentially Brooklyn communities in the late 80s on what seems to be the hottest day of the year. On this day, much like the weather, tensions rise between the community and the different people and the different races, and leads to a boiling point that is scarily similar to like the Rodney King LA riots that happened 3 years later,
right?
But is essentially the same thing.
And we should point out something that we still deal with today.
It is also very timeless, maybe just as much as Dazed and Confused.
Like, unfortunately so.
Unfortunately
Radio Raheem,
so,
man.
though. Yeah, exactly.
R.I.P. Radio Raheem.
R.I.P. Radio Raheem.
It's a fantastic
Spike Lee
movie.
is Mookie. He navigates like the neighborhood because he's a pizza delivery man. And he comes across a bunch of different situations. Everybody is super angry in this movie. About, rightly so for not for everybody, but rightly so for the most part. It's kind of hard to explain just because so much. I mean, I just rewatched it, and
it's a loaded movie. Like
there are so many things happening.
Lots of different characters.
Spike Lee is cooking. He's doing maybe for one of the first times just a very good speaking / yelling at the camera for
like into the camera,
breaking the third wall. Breaking the fourth wall.
It's kind of unbelievable how he's able to interweave all the different storylines and characters and his crazy editing style and make a coherent movie. It's really a masterwork. It's really very good.
A cool choice to have him as the pizza delivery guy. Where that's like a nice vehicle to get him to interact
to a bunch of
with
different areas as part of the community.
Yes, super different, type of media altogether. But the show High Maintenance kind of does a similar thing.
Oh yeah,
he's like a weed delivery guy in New York, and so that allows the story to be played out in very different kind of customer interactions.
I've actually seen some of that show.
There you go.
Yeah,
and the hub of the pizza shop being
one of the central
exactly, and the Italian white owners of that are the Danny Aiello character, tries his hardest the whole time to be a good, and if you're watching it for the first time, you do think he is a good guy, and he speaks up for the community a lot, but ultimately deep down isn't that way,
right?
And
which I think is like the central like commentary on the movie is that like this is all there,
right? And then you got John Turturro, his son, who is on the nose yelling at everybody and being extremely offensive. But
we said this in the top 25 because this made Jack's top 25 movies.
Number 9.
Nice.
He, being Spike Lee, doesn't hold your hand through the movie, but he also doesn't hold back.
Right.
He somehow is able to get his point across about the racial tensions in this community without sugarcoating it, but without beating you over the head with it as well.
Yeah.
It's a really, it's a bummer that this didn't get recognized better in the Oscars because it's a really important movie and it's done incredibly well. I have the nominees if you want to hear them.
Yeah, so we can just get mad. Sure.
Yeah, shall we? My Left Foot, pretty good movie. Born on the 4th of July, also a pretty good movie. Driving Miss Daisy won. That movie,
which is
kind of sucks.
Part of the controversial aspect of this.
Sure.
That ended up winning, and this didn't even get nominated.
Yeah. Dead Poets, these are actually pretty good movies. Dead Poets Society is good, and Field of Dreams is pretty good. Do the Right Thing should be on here.
Yeah.
And it probably should have won. But there are some good movies here, but
it also,
it's kind of offensive that it didn't get nominated.
I'm shocked to hear you say Field of Dreams is only pretty good. In my headcanon, that's your favorite movie of all time.
It's great. I'm sorry.
I think he's kind of like comparing it to the importance of Do the Right Thing as far as making the Oscars. But yeah, true.
If I did it again, I would also say Dead Poets Society is a great movie.
Yeah.
Super good.
Field of Dreams is fantastic. You're right.
Yeah.
And amongst the nominees, that is way better than Driving Miss Daisy. Driving Miss Daisy.
100%.
Can't speak because I haven't seen it, but I've heard it.
I'd say all of them.
Just go watch Do the Right Thing again instead. I mean, there's no
don't
point
watch
watching that movie.
I watched Do the Right Thing with you for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
In your apartment.
my studio?
Yeah. No, in SF when you lived out there.
Wow.
Maybe it was at your friend's house or something.
Man,
Put it on with Tony.
it's so good. It's moving the whole time. It's like really funny sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, just you don't even know where to laugh and where not to sometimes,
Right.
which is
Life.
which is life. Yeah, I love the scene. I didn't. What's that actor's name? The white dude when the guy wearing the bird jersey walks by, and he scuffs the dude's shoes, and then he calls him, yo, and then they all just like gang up on this dude.
Yeah.
And the dialogue is just incredible. Martin Lawrence is just like hilarious, but yeah, it's like one person says something true and like not necessarily funny, and then someone says something funny, and it just goes on for so long, and it's just a great argument. There's a lot of really good arguments in the scene. The scene where he's talking to John Turturro about his favorite athlete. Who's your favorite athlete? He says Michael Jordan. Who's your favorite musician? He tries to say Bruce, and he goes, "No, it's not Bruce. It's Prince, man. You know it's Prince." And then he just like names all his favorite people, and he like gets them. It's a great scene.
Yeah,
every scene is good in that movie.
It's really good.
Timeless. It's perfect is the word that popped into my head when I was rewatching it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
Couldn't change a thing.
Yeah. Gotta rewatch it soon. I'm due.
I can let you borrow it.
Perfect.
I got it on Criterion.
Thank you.
Good job, Jack. My number one movie is 12 Angry Men. My second Sidney Lumet directed movie on this, which it was not intentional, but
Lumet head.
yeah,
I think we should go through and like point out all the weird interweaving things that we didn't even plan on at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I've clocked a few, as
Yeah.
we all have.
Jack's
Yeah.
final thoughts. I'm ready for it.
Ooh, that's a good segment. This movie came out in 1957 and is essentially a jury debating. You don't see the actual court room drama, but you see the jury as they reconvene to decide whether the information they just heard is going to convict the what's the word I'm looking for? Defendant or
Exonerate him.
exonerate. Hey, ooh, man, I was searching for those
That might not be
legal
right,
terms.
but-
Whatever. They got it. Is he guilty or is he not?
Yeah, right. I was like, why are we talking so long about this? It's a jury. We know what they do.
Yeah. So basically, as they all go through the first run through, when they all ask each other, 11 of them are certain he did it. One of them, played by Henry Fonda, is a little bit hesitant and starts to make an argument saying we should really kind of go through this and really, with a fine-tooth comb, like decide whether the information is enough. And slowly but surely, he kind of gets more people on his side. It's again, just like with Dog Day Afternoon, it's a great example of mounting tension within a room. It's very hot and sweaty in this room. They're in there for a long time. It's a wonderful work of a written screenplay, and the actors doing it simply. It takes place all in this room, and he doesn't do any flashy camera work, and it's just fabulous. It's just wonderful. And it could be a stage play. It's just like, it's just great. I can't say enough good things
it
about
not?
it. Huh?
Is it not a
I don't-
stage play?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. If it is, it might be. It might have been a stage play first. I have no idea. But the movie's great and feels like one. There's this one scene where like they talk about a knife apparently in the case that the alleged killer had and used, and he's saying we just don't know if this knife could be the only knife. And someone's like, I've never seen a knife like this before in my life. Of course, it's so unique, and that means it had to be him. And Henry Fonda takes the same knife out of his pocket and throws it down on the table.
Epic.
It's like, wow, it just hits you hard. It's great. It's really great stuff, and there's some really intense moments and lots of faces that you probably recognize from older movies. Fantastic stuff. It's a great movie. 5 out of 5 stars.
It was a teleplay first, written by the same screenwriter. He adapted his own
There you go.
work.
There you go. Good stuff, man. If you haven't seen 12 Angry Men, I can't recommend it enough. It's definitely a big one on the letterbox community standing on their soapbox, but they're right about this one. It's very, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a glaring omission in my my film, watching history. So
Yeah, it's a classic, And whenever you get the chance,
I got to. I told you, I queued it up the other night, and I was about to press play, wait for my wife to come home, and she asked me if I wanted to go to a bar, and I said absolutely. So.
Oh, yeah. 12 Angry Men will be there when you get back. Exactly. Don't go to the bar.
It's also one of our only, like, small plot, like, it's not even the whole day of this movie. It's, like, relatively...
Like
takes place over a few hours.
It's like real time, right?
It's like real time.
Or close to.
Which didn't come up too much in ours.
Yeah.
Gravity was kind of real time.
But it's used as like a convention, sort of, right?
What do you mean?
Well, in the sense of like, they're using the real timeness to play against what time it is on Earth versus like when the satellites are flying by. Like,
right.
I don't know.
But I'm saying it's not like you wake up and then you go to sleep.
Sure.
Or don't go to sleep.
Right. That's the rule.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Insomnia,
really
all
good
in one
list.
day movie.
What
Don't
do
go
we-
to sleep.
The sun never sets.
That's good.
Oh man, it counts.
It counts. That's pretty good.
Jack, what are your final thoughts?
Well, should we first do Mount Rushmore?
You want to do a Mount
Oh,
Rushmore?
sick. Okay.
Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused.
Do the Right Thing is in there.
Do the Right Thing.
You had
Friday
said Ferris Bueller.
and Ferris Bueller.
But
I don't even know.
But we got to get like either a Training Day or a Collateral on there. I think. You think you got to have one of the like one of the actiony kind of.
True.
Die Hard, probably.
Die Hard. That's fair.
That's fair.
That's like
But
the
I don't
most
like
famous.
honestly. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily have thought that it was all in one day. I'm sorry.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yes, I
That
don't
and Goonies
think about
are
it as
kind
an
of-
all in one day movie.
Yeah, they're in the.
I
Similar
think
category.
about Training Day as an all in one day movie. I think Training Day before Die Hard
It's in the title.
because it's in the title.
It's Die Hard.
But Die Hard can be on so many other Mount Rushmores.
like
You know what I mean?
Christmas movies.
Well, are we grading on a curve here? I didn't know that. I mean, Die Hard is a more famous movie than Training Day.
I think that it's more famous,
I
but I
guess.
guess what Jack is saying is, if he feels, and I think I agree, that Training Day feels more
like an all in one day movie.
on brand.
Which I think is the point of the Mount Rushmore. And I think it bumped. Die Hard's not in it.
I
I'm
disagree.
sorry.
Okay,
You can be sorry. all
we'll let
want.
you have Die Hard.
What?
Well, you got to give him something. He
got-
doesn't get 12 Angry Men. Actually,
Training Day was one of his movies.
that's true. And
So I
you
have a
put Die
better
Hard
opinion
over-
about it.
Okay. So what's your pick?
I don't really care, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm sitting pretty with 3 of mine already on the list, so I don't need to advocate for any more. As much as I would love to see Rat Race on there, I don't think I can in good faith.
well, let me just look through them real quick. I mean,
I can't believe you even said the words Rat Race again.
I'm not allowed to in the next episode, so I got to get it all in.
Taking a Pelham,
Nope.
no. Dog Day Afternoon, probably not. Gravity, weirdly enough, no. It's like it just doesn't feel like it's part of the zeitgeist anymore. Training Day, I'll allow it. Rat Race, no. Reservoir Dogs, no. Die Hard, maybe. Goonies. I mean, I would also put Die Hard over Collateral. I don't. Let me be clear. I don't like it more than Collateral. I actually like Collateral quite a lot, but I don't. I feel like most people would
that's
say
a fine take. I still would put Training Day over Die Hard for this category. I'm not saying.
Okay, so would you put Training
do you
Day
really
over
think-
Collateral?
Do you really think, like, if you went up to, like, what percentage of people on the street do you think, which movie do you like more, Training Day or Die Hard?
I think all of them
They would say
Die Hard.
but I think if you asked them
wouldn't.
which of these movies
Okay, but
is
that's not the
a
question.
all-in-one-day movie, they would say Training Day before Die Hard.
Maybe. I don't know that that's true. You say you don't think of it as a all-in-one-day movie, which is fine, but I don't, like, it's not like they're in there for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Die Hard is...
Let me be clear.
fair.
I'm not going to die on this hill.
Do they get there
Hard.
in the morning?
Yeah.
No,
they get there in the evening.
In the evening. It's a dinner party.
He gets there in the... So what difference does that make?
Well,
Jack
I'm
likes
talking
the-
all in one day.
he
I'm
likes the
talking
concept of
purity
morning,
I'm talking
midday,
Mount
night.
Rushmore all in one day movies, and you're saying Die Hard, which takes place over like 4 hours in a building.
In one day.
Still don't think it makes the top 4.
Okay.
I think we got Dazed and Confused. I think I would have to go Training Day between Collateral, Die Hard, and Training Day. I think we got Ferris Bueller's
and Do the
Right Thing. And then if we're missing one, I lost count.
Rat Race.
Friday. Rat Race.
That That's
yeah,
fine.
so maybe this didn't land while I was talking about. We're done with the.
We give up. We give up.
We give up.
Yeah.
But I picked Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, Reservoir Dogs, and Do the Right Thing, not knowing that Reservoir Dogs took two things from
Right.
two of my other movies, and all three of them obviously are all in one day movies.
Right.
I mean, Quentin Tarantino steals a lot from a movie, but I think it's cool that he was like. I mean, I'm guessing he knew that they were both all in one day movies and knew that he was making one as well, potentially.
I didn't know the taking the direct line of dialogue part. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until
Rewatch.
I actually just heard it on a podcast recently.
nice.
Nice.
Almost missed that fact.
Was it this one?
All right.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
Thanks for being here, Adam.
This has taken a full day to record this podcast.
been a pleasure.
All in One Day Movies is fun. Thanks for coming, Adam. We're going to be recording another one right now, so hope
We'll see you then.
we'll see you then. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Peace.